This is definitely a first video kind of video for me. But this is if you can't tell, this is Legacy Chromia. I got her at the time of recording this I got her yesterday. My boyfriend gave me her for my birthday. I absolutely adore her and love her, and I haven't transformed her yet, but I thought it'd be a fun idea to try and transform her for a video. Maybe even give a review because I've been wanting her for ever since she came out. Um, just never got her, and then my boyfriend gave me her for my birthday, which was super nice, and he's the best. But I'll just give you a little like so there's Anna Studios not Studio Series. Legacy Deluxe Animated Prowl. She is literally just a repaint down to her. She has these, her little weapons. Messed up a little bit, but and my phone camera quality sucks, so that is my bad. Um, this is what it looks like. She has two of them, and they close. I haven't gotten a way where she holds them, and I like her pose yet, so I have both of them closed. Let me reclose it. Ugh, get in there. Both of them closed, and they actually tab pretty easy. They pop in and out pretty easy. Her foot joint is really like it. Really flexible. Her knees are great. I love the waist swivel, thigh swivel, which is great. I noticed I'm still new to this figure thing. But the thigh swivel is the same. I have Legacy Deluxe Alita 1, and she has the swivel in her arms. Actually Chromia has the same type of swivel up here, and I adore it and I love it. Um I guess the only thing that's even mildly an issue for me personally is that this is her only wrist movement, but also I still love her. Um I do have a bias because Chromia is one of my favorite characters, but yeah, I'm gonna get to transforming her. There's probably not gonna be audio for this part, except maybe cut-ins where I say something funny or I'm really struggling or laughing at something. But yeah, let's get to it. Hey, so spoiler alert, there's no cut-ins. I kind of really locked in. I was watching the Just Transform It video. I actually will, just transform it. I forgot the name of the channel. I will put it right here. The name of the channel. He does Just Transform It videos and shows the transformation process. So I was watching that. So if you see me reach my hand up to click off, or I know I pull her away a couple times. It's because when I get confused, I literally hold up my figure to my laptop screen, and I'm like, okay, does this look right? Her transformation was actually pretty smooth, pretty pretty easy. It's not my easiest transformation because I have core, class, kingdom, soundwave, and I can actually transform him in 10 seconds. But it's definitely not a difficult one. After this video, I transformed her back to bot mode and then to alt mode after recording this, and I already have her transformation memorized, which I think is even faster than I memorized Alita's. And Alita, before getting Chromia, was my favorite figure on my shelf. I genuinely would watch movies and I would not pay attention. I'd be able to transform her back and forth without even looking. I still can. Chromia, I think, is gonna become that figure because I got her last night at the time, obviously the time I'm recording this, and I messed with her all night. I couldn't sleep, and so I messed with her all night. And she is a fun toy to fiddle with. She's a fun figure to fiddle with because she's insanely sturdy, like really sturdy. Um, Probably one of my sturdiest figures. I'm looking at my shelf right now. I I think she is also. I will say a lot of my figures were like Alita was really sturdy when I got her, but I messed with her so much she's been just been worn down. But I will say I think the only one like sturdiness wise and moving her because it feels moving her it's easy. It's not hard, but there's enough resistance there that it feels not sturdy is the word I'm going to keep saying because I don't know what other word to use. I'm trying to think of another figure I have on my shelf that does that. Um, Core Class Shockwave, Core Class Bumblebee Movie Studio Series Shockwave, which is a mouthful and a half. when I first got him, he felt the same way. Obviously, not as much anymore because he was my first ever figure, and I will go to like Transformers One. I think the first time I went to watch it, I took him with me. The 40th anniversary, and he went with me. He goes with me everywhere. I love him. He has been through a lot, and I remember when I first got him, he just fell so many times. Anyway, that's a story for another day. This is my Chromia review. Um, the transformation was pretty darn easy. Um, I do like her alt mode. I really, really like her alt mode. I will say so. If you so studio not studio series, Legacy Transformers animated Prowl, she is just a repaint with a different head mold. I think a different head mold. Yeah, it's a different head mold slightly, but besides that, it is just a repaint. I think her bot mode looks so much better. I think her paint holds the model well, better than Prowl. I will say alt mode. There's nothing I'm complaining about, but I do think Prowl's like sleek black and gold fits the alt mode a little better than her blue does, but it's still really good and I like it. You can kind of see her head a little bit, um, but it's not noticeable at all. You really, really have to look through that clear plastic in the front. Um, I yeah, I when I transformed her to alt mode, I tried recreating the Akira pose with, and I will put photos up at the end or whatever. Um, One thing I thought was really cool with her transformation, as you kind of probably you just saw, her wheels turning is actually part of the transformation. Her wheels can turn without you moving the ankle or whatever, but you can move the ankle and the wheel will turn with it. Um, and I just think that's really cool. I think that's a really interesting and subtle transformation joint because I know there's been figures in the past where they have a joint and you can tell it's just transformation. Um, Hers was not. I mean, it wasn't obvious. Obviously, it's just there for transformation, but it also makes posing her a lot more versatile because her ankle tilt quite literally is three. Like it goes all the way around if you really want it to. Um, she is just a really good figure. Like I said, her transformation, I struggled a little bit, but it was mostly in parts where they tabbed, but not fully tabbed, if that makes sense. Um, I'm putting notes and stuff throughout the thing, being like, "This is where I struggled." Oh man, you know. Um, but it wasn't. It was intuitive and it was simple. It wasn't overcomplicated. There was been a couple figures, not ones I own that I can think of, but my boyfriend collects them, and I've seen him transform some of them. I've even messed with some of them, and there's some of them he has that feel way overcomplicated. She does not. Um, and I think I like her more than Prowl. I don't own Prowl, but my boyfriend does, and I've messed with Prowl. That's how I knew I wanted her because I love Prowl. I love that design, and then they announced Chromia, and I was like, ooh, I want that. I also want a Chromia figure. I still want Prowl. I will say normally I'm not someone who would love to get repaints. I had Minerva, Legacy Minerva, which is just literally a repaint of Alita with a slightly different head mold. And I got Minerva on like a whim, but I do think I still want Prowl. I normally don't go for repaints because I sold Minerva because I was not a fan of her. Um, but I do want Prowl and Chromia. Because once again, they're both of the figures engineering is so well, and I love the model. I just love every part about it, and so if I get the chance, I will probably be getting Prowl, and I will probably make a video about him too because, granted, I can't imagine there'd be much more to say if I got Prowl, um, but I do really really love this figure. With all of that being said, I think I would recommend this figure to anyone who is a fan of Chromia, and the Legacy animated Prowl I would recommend if you're a Prowl fan. I will say I recommend them both the exact same. which, if you were to only get one, I would honestly say, which character do you like more? Because obviously they're complete repaints. Um, but I know sometimes with like repaints, like Alita and Minerva, I would recommend Alita more than Minerva, just because I think her colors and everything are just better. Prowl and Chromia both have amazing figures, but I would recommend Chromia to just about to anyone. Um, I would give her a solid 10 out of 10. I don't think there's a figure on my shelf that tops her, which that's not even recency bias, because I sat there and I was like, do I like Alita or Chromia more? And there's never been a figure that I have sat there and said I like a figure more than Alita. And so Chromia is my new favorite figure. That's kind of why I did this video. It's kind of why I did this, because I was like, this is my favorite figure. I want to talk about her. I want to, talk about her and transform her, because I thought that would be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. Um, if you want to see more like this, I do have a lot of other figures that I've had for a lot longer, so I'd have a lot more to say about them. But if you would like to see more videos like this, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, leave something in the comments below. I'm down to start a conversation. Follow my socials and feel free to join the Discord, where I talk about Transformers and other stuff. I'm not just in Transformers. I have other things I'm really into, but yeah, if you want to talk about figures and stuff, there is a Discord in my bio that you can join to talk. But besides that, all you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.